Hi everyone, Misilla here, Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are having a great day. So today I'm going to show you what happens when you bury kitchen scraps in your garden. But one lesson I learned though is not to bury eggshells. It actually attracted rodents, and I saw a mouse and even a rat, and they dug up the eggshells and ate them. So if you can place your eggshells somewhere else where animals can't get to them, maybe in a compost tumbler, or even just pulverize them first before you distribute them in your garden. Also, make sure to wait at least 4 to 6 weeks before you plant in that area where you are burying the scraps, because oxygen is needed to break down all that organic matter, and it can rob your plants out of oxygen. Here is a video. I did an update after 6 weeks of burying the scraps, and also a 2-week update just to see the difference in the different time periods and how fast the scraps break down. So I got great results. We ended up with a lot of worms, which is a really great sign. We all know that worms are great for gardens. They aerate the soils. Their worm poop or worm castings feed the soil and our plants. So here is the video. I hope that you guys find it helpful, and also would love to hear from you guys if you're already burying your kitchen scraps, and would love to know of your results as well. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a great day. Happy gardening. So here is a bowl of vegetable, fruit scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells. And make sure not to add any dairy or meat products, as they may attract rodents and other pests in your garden. Now, when you bury them, make sure to bury the scraps at least 8 to 12 inches deep. So I dug up a trench along the side of this garden box. It's about 8 to 9 inches deep. You can also dig up a big hole, and you can bury them that way as well. So now we're going to add our scraps into the trench here, and then we'll bury them up. If you want, you can crush the eggshells, which will help break them down quicker. So it's been 6 weeks since I buried the scraps, and the soil has remained moist, which is a good thing since we've been getting a lot of rain. And also the worms like it. They breathe through their skin, so they need the moisture, and the moisture helps with the breakdown process. So let's dig in there and see if we find some worms. The scraps should have been all broken down already. So I'm seeing some worms. It can take between 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, depending on where you live. The warmer it is, the faster things will break down. Another worm in there and over there. And I'm going to dig on the side. So as you can see, all those vegetable and fruit scraps, coffee grounds have all been broken down. More worms. Look at that. It's a good sign. So all those veggie and fruit scraps attracted the worms, and the microbes that are in the worm poop or worm castings will also help with the breakdown process of organic matter, making nutrients available for plants to uptake. So I'm going to be burying these scraps today and do an earlier update than the last one, since that was 6 weeks apart. So put some soil in there, and then we'll come back in a couple of weeks. So it's been 2 weeks since we buried those scraps in this section of this garden box. I see some worms in there. More worms. There's a stem left in there. And eggshells. So the scraps are not completely broken down yet, so I'm going to wait another 2 weeks before I plant in the soil. But I have seen about 20 worms, maybe more. So that's a great sign. It attracted earthworms. So the earthworms will not only feed the soil, but as they tunnel through, they will provide aeration to the soil. And remember that worm poop or worm castings contain beneficial microbes and fungi that aid the plants with nutrient and water uptake. There you go.